gonna lie down. First you'll lie down, and then we'll move around. Fuzzy, thanks. All right, so go ahead and lie down. We won't lie down for super long because we're having a bit of a late start today. But go ahead and lie down however you feel comfortable lying on the floor. So that means bending your knees, putting your hands on your belly, your chest, overhead. You know, what feels good in your body. And as you lie down and get comfortable, let's take a couple of deep breaths together. 3. Inhale through your nose. Fill up. And sigh it out, exhale. And just let your body find some ease, some softness as you exhale. Do that again. Inhale. Take a big breath. Fill up. Hold it briefly. And release it, sigh. And again, just soften. Soften. One more like that. Inhale. Fill your belly. Fill the ribs. Breathe the back ribs into the floor, right? Expanding the whole chest back, all the ribs. Pausing, holding just a little bit longer. I know. And release. All the breath out. And then start to bring the breath in and out through the nose. Right, steadying the Ujjayi breath. But the breath is an important part of the yoga practice all the way around. But I feel like especially when we're talking about the asana practice and the moving practice of yoga, the Ashtanga practice really brings in the linking of the breath to the movement. And really, we can think of the breath as leading the way, right? Where the inhale tells us what's next. The exhale tells us when to start moving, right? So it's really breath-informed asana practice, so that you know the movements really are joined with the breath, and we do this on the inhale, and this is the exhale, right? And so depending on where we are in the breath, it guides us and tells us what to do and where we're going. So we'll try to really kind of tune into the breath and move with our breath in our Ashtanga inspired Ashtanga inspired practice today. All right, so if your legs or your knees, I guess I should say, are bent, go ahead and straighten the legs out, and let's take a stretch. Reaching the arms overhead. Oh, just wake yourself up. Bend your knees, gather them in, rock a little bit side to side. Smooth out the lower back. Briefly into our twist. Drop the knees over to the left. Oh, just an easy twist here. Couple of breaths. All right, come up through center. Inhale. Exhale over to the other side. And just starting to wake things up, moving the body, feel these stretches. Back to center, knees to the middle. Let's come up, rock and roll forward and back a couple of times. Up and over. Tabletop. Couple rounds. So here we can start moving with the breath. Using the inhale to lift the chest and lift the sit bones. Right, filling up, and then when you're ready to exhale, right, we start to round. And drop the head and tuck the tail and lift the middle back up towards the ceiling. The inhale draws the heart forward, lifts the sit bones, arches the back. The exhale flexes the spine, rounds the spine, draws the belly in. 2 more times like that, moving with the breath. Last one. Inhaling. Exhaling. As you inhale, come forward, find a more centered or possibly neutral spine. Walk your hands a little forward. Let's head back into down dog. Tuck your toes, lift your hips. Oh. Right, so take a breath or two to pedal out the heels. Shake out your head a little bit. All right, it's a big pose. There's a lot of stuff going on here. Give yourself that opportunity to get the wiggles out. And then just settling into down dog. Press the hips back, hug the belly to the spine. Smooth out the breath. On your next inhale, shift your gaze forward. Exhale, lift the heels, bend the knees, walk or float your feet to your hands. Lift up halfway, inhale, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, fold in Uttanasana. Firm the glutes to rise. Inhale, sweep the arms out and up. Pressing the palms, bring your hands to your heart, thumbs to the sternum. Dropping the chin, maybe close your eyes, pausing to set an intention for practice. Reaffirming why you stepped onto your mat this morning, or set any intention that resonates. Create some joy, right? Some joy to the practice. Move with your breath. And, modifying the vinyasa in whatever way makes sense. There's a bit of vinyasa-ing at the beginning. So feel free to modify. We'll start slow, but, use whatever works, right? To move with your breath, to really feel some joy in the practice, lightness in the practice. Inhale. Exhale, release the hands down. Turn the palms out. Inhale, stretch out and up. Exhale, up and over, hinge and fold. Inhale, halfway lift, lifting forward. Exhale, bend your knees, plant your hands, right foot back, left foot back. Take an inhale, lean forward. Exhale, bend the elbows to lower down. Inhale, peel the chest up, cobra pose. Exhale, back, downward facing dog. Lifting the hips up and back. Couple breaths. Smooth it, steady the Ujjayi breath. One more inhale, press back. Exhale, lift the heels, bend the knees, walk or float, feet to hands. Halfway lift, inhale. Fold, exhale. Inhale, come all the way up. Exhale, bring your hands to your heart. Keep going, hands down, palms out. Inhale. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, bend the knees, hands down, left foot back, right foot back. Take an inhale here at the top. Exhale, let's lower to the floor again. Bend your elbows, lower down. Flatten your feet, lift your chest. Inhale, cobra pose. Exhale, downward facing dog. Smooth out the breath. Press the floor away with the hands. Take an inhale, get a little longer. Exhale, lift the heels, bend the knees, walk, jump, feet to hands. Halfway lift, inhale. Fold, exhale. All the way up, firm the glutes, lift the chest, reach up, inhale. Exhale, pulling the hands through the middle. Again, inhale. Exhale. Inhale, halfway lift. Bend the knees, hands are down. You can keep stepping back, alternating the feet, or jump back if you like. Maybe this time chaturanga to upward facing dog. Bend the elbows. Flatten the feet, lift the chest. Inhale. Exhale. Downward facing dog. Smooth the breath. Press back. Stretch and get long. Inhale. Exhale. Bring the feet to the hands. Walk, float. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale all the way up. Exhale through the midline. We're going to do that one more time. Surya Namaskar. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, bend the knees, hands down. Walk back, jump back. Bending the elbows, chaturanga or the floor. Upward facing dog or the cobra pose. Exhale. Downward facing dog. And so you can feel the heat building in the body. This is good. Smooth the breath. Inhale. Exhale. Lift the heels. Bend the knees. Walk or float. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, come all the way up. Exhale, the hands to the heart. Pause here for a moment. Just check in with your breath. Take an inhale. Sigh it out. Exhale. Okay. Standing tall in Tadasana, releasing the hands down. Take an inhale. Exhale, bend your knees. Inhale, reach the arms overhead. Utkatasana. Soften the shoulders down. Take an extra breath here. Hug the ribs in. Inhale, lengthen up. Exhale, fold in half. Straighten the legs. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, bend the knees. Hands are down. So again, stepping back or jumping back. Through the vinyasa. Chaturanga or the floor. Right? Cobra pose or the up dog. Downward facing dog. Inhale your right leg up into the air. Exhale, round the spine. Step your foot forward. Drop the back heel. We're inhaling up to warrior one. Inhale. And that's it. Release it. Exhale. Long, steady breath. Right? All the way down. Inhale, lift. Exhale. Inhale, left leg up. Exhale the foot through. Back heel down. Inhale, warrior one. And release it. Exhale. Hands down. Step back. Lower chaturanga or the floor. Move through your vinyasa. We'll meet in the down dog. I'm going to have to get something for my hair in a second. All right, one more breath in downward facing dog. Lift the hips, inhale. Exhale, lift the heels, bend the knees. Walk or float, halfway lift, inhale. Fold, exhale. Bend your knees, Utkatasana. Rise on the inhale. Release the arms on the exhale. We're going to do that again. Take an inhale. Exhale, bend. Inhale, reach. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, bend the knees. Hands are down. Walk back, jump back. Take the vinyasa. Back to down dog. Inhale the right leg up. Exhale the foot between the hands. Warrior one. Back heel down. Inhale, rise. Exhale. Right, all the way down. Chaturanga or the floor. Inhale. Exhale. Left leg, inhale. Pull it through, exhale. Back heel down, lift up, inhale. Long, steady exhale, releasing, right? And again, feel free to modify. All right, we'll meet in down dog. Take a breath or two in child's pose if you need. Stretch back. Inhale. Exhale, lift the heels. Bend the knees. Walk or float, feet to hands, halfway lift, inhale. Fold, exhale. Utkatasana. Bend, reach. Inhale to rise. Exhale, release the arms. Take a breath. Inhale. Sigh it out. Exhale. We're going to do that one more time. One more time. In regular Ashtanga, we would do it 5 times. But we're just going to do it. All right, standing in Tadasana. Inhale. Exhale. Bend. Inhale, lifting the chest. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, bend the knees, hands are down. Here we go, step or float it back. You can skip the vinyasa, right? Go straight to down dog if that's better. Right, no worries. All right, right leg up, inhale. Exhale. Back heel down, inhale, rise. Exhale. Long, steady breath, all the way down. Well, to chaturanga over the floor. It doesn't have to be all the way to the floor necessarily. Inhale the left leg up. Exhale, the foot between your hands. Back heel drops, rise. Inhale. Exhale. Long, steady breath. Right, take your time. And again, modify, go straight to down dog. Right, just see how you feel. All right. Stretch back. Hopefully you're feeling warm. Take an inhale. Exhale, lift the heels. Bend the knees. Walk, float, feet to hands. Lift up halfway, inhale. Fold, exhale. Bend your knees. Reach the arms. Inhale, Utkatasana. All the way up. Inhale. Exhale. Woo, release the arms down. Take a breath. Hair in my face. So let's separate the feet hip distance. And I'll turn this way so you can see. Hip distance apart, hands on your hips, Padangusthasana. Inhale, lift the chest. Exhale, fold. So probably bending your knees. See if you can reach your toes and hook your toes. Bend your knees as much as you need to, really. Inhale, lift your chest, lengthen forward, come halfway up. Exhale, fold. So the shoulders are lifting away from the floor. The shoulder blades, right? The elbows straight out to the sides. And the top of the head hanging straight down. Firm up the legs. Take one more breath. Inhale, lift halfway up. Release your toes. Padahastasana. So again, bending your knees as much as you need to. Slide your hand under your foot. Literally your entire hand. So that your toes are in the crease of your wrist. Right, the whole back of your hand is on the floor. You have to get the bracelets out of the way. There we go. Right, so really squiggle your toes into your wrist crease. And as you come into the fold, pull up, right? Pull up out of your wrist. Lean into your toes so the backs of your hands are really pinned to the floor. And then pull up out of the wrist. Right, lift your shoulders away from the floor. And just make some space in your wrists. For this one, I like to hug my elbows in. I get a better stretch. So do what feels good in your body because they can go out wide, but I just like the sensation of it. All right, let's get out of here. Release your hands from out under your feet. Woo! Give your hands a quick shake. Hands to your hips. Inhale, squeeze your butt and lift your chest. Oh, your hamstrings, right? Okay, so standing at the top of the mat, we're gonna jump our feet open to the right. If you're like, jump, you can step.
But in theory, right, you bring your fingertips to touch. Oh, my hand's getting chopped off. And then you jump. Ta-da! And there we go. So feet relatively wide. Let's bring the hands to the hips. Turn your right leg so you're spinning the thigh in the socket. Pivot on your heel and turn your right foot to face the top of your mat. For triangle pose, facing the top of your mat. Right? Pick your left heel up and drop it back. So your back foot's at a little bit of a diagonal, but your feet are really lined up with each other. So possibly a block here, arms wide. Let's come on in. Pull the right hip under, lengthen forward. Oh, so stretchy. Right, the bottom hand will come down when you can't reach forward anymore. Keep the left shoulder back. Right, reach up, maybe look up. Drishti is the top thumb. Soften the rib tips in, firm the legs. Firm your glutes. Take one more breath. Bringing the gaze down. Press into your back foot. Inhale, lift yourself up. Exhale, turn. Turn till you're facing the other way. And your left leg is the front leg. Right heel dropped back. Inhale, reach. Reach, reach, reach. Exhale, bottom hand down. Top arm reaches. Breathe here. Firm the legs. Right, get a little firming in the outer left, right, rather hip too as you're at it. Soften the rib tips in, firm the legs, take one more breath. Press into your back foot. Inhale, lift yourself up. Exhale, hands to the hips, turn your toes. All right, we're gonna turn again towards the top of the mat. Pivot the right foot. Now, we're gonna have to make a pretty big adjustment with the back foot. Stepping it over to the side and pointing it a little more forward. So it's a little awkward. It's not the most natural transition. What we're trying to do is square our hips to the top of the mat, right? So adjust your feet. There we go. Adjust your feet so you can do that. And probably having a little space side to side will make that useful. Will be useful and help you square your hips. You may also want to have a block here too. Right, so let's start with the hands on the hips. Inhale, lift the chest. Exhale, come forward. Right, get long. Hug the belly to the spine. Reach the arms out wide. Inhale. Exhale, rotate towards your right leg. Bring your left hand to the floor or a block either inside or outside the front foot. And then get long. Press into the bottom hand to lift the top hand up. Look up at your top thumb, right, and open the chest. And take one more breath from your glutes. Release the top hand down. All right, hands to your hips, stand up. Oh my gosh. Inhale. Exhale, turn, and we're gonna just keep going. Turn, 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 turn. Right, all the way. Okay, so you're doing the same thing facing the back of your mat. Right, hands on your hips to start. Hug the belly in. Inhale, lift your chest. Exhale, forward fold. Pause, parallel to the floor, or as close to that as you can get. Arms out wide, inhale. Exhale, turn towards the left leg. So the right hand to the floor or a block, either inside or outside the front foot. Right, lengthen your heart forward and the outer left hip back. Right, and slowly open up. Right, reach the top arm up. See if you can gaze up at your top thumb. And breathe. Let the breath sustain you here. Let it find space in the body. Inhale. Exhale. Top hand down. Whew. Hands to your hips. Inhale. Lift the chest. Oh. Exhale. Pivot around. We're going to step the back foot to the top of the mat. So you're facing the top of the mat again, standing basically in Tadasana. Let me check out your legs. Okay, so we're going to do a similar thing with different poses. All right, so again, either step apart or jump apart. If you're jumping, let's bring the fingertips to meet at the chest and jump sideways. Right, spreading the feet wide. hands on the hips. So similar foot position, turning the front foot forward, pivoting the back heel back, open the arms, bend your right knee, and actually going all the way into Utthita. So reach the right hand forward. Forearm to knee, or again, maybe a block. Let's go to the outside, on the floor, or that block. Turn the top hand, reach up and over. Right, hug the ribs in, open the chest. Try and look up, squeeze your glutes. Top arm straight. Press into the back foot. Take one more breath here, maybe bend a little deeper. Inhale, lift yourself up. Turn sideways. Good. Now we're gonna face the back. Turn the left foot. Rotate the thigh in the hip socket. Right, the whole leg turns. Right heel drops back. Bend the left knee, starts out warrior two. Right, hug the left hip back and in, reach forward. Right, forearm to knee or a little wide. Hand to the floor or a block. Outside the front foot. Reach the top arm up, hug the ribs in. Turn the palm and sweep the arm overhead. Right, reaching away. So press firmly into the back heel. Press the pinky edge of the back foot. Right, energize the back leg. Reach through the right fingertips. Take one more breath here, maybe looking up towards the ceiling. Look down, press into the back foot. Inhale up. Straightening the front leg. Hands to your hips. Square the feet. Okay, so again, another moderately awkward transition. Actually, let's just come into it from standing. Turn your right foot to face the top of the mat and step forward. So, standing in Tadasana, I should be more specific. All right, so we're gonna step the front foot back a lot, right? Big step back. Essentially, warrior one legs. Warrior one legs. Lengthen the left hip forward, right? So pressing through the back heel, you wanna face forward. Reach up just for a moment. Lengthen, inhale. Exhale, hands to the heart. Come forward, forward. So we're gonna bring our hand to the floor or a block inside the front foot. Parivrita Parsva Konasana. Right hand, left hand on the floor or a block. Right arm reaching up. Turn the palm and reaching overhead. So now, pressing through the back heel. Pin the right hip back. Rotate the chest, try and look up. Press into the bottom hand. Lift up out of that shoulder. One more breath here. Releasing the top hand down. Let's windmill ourselves up so we're facing sideways. Hands to your hips. Turn so you're facing the back of the mat. So again, a little adjusting of the feet. Have some space. So I really need to move my back foot over a bit. Right, need some space. Bend. Find what feels like warrior one in your legs. Right, you guys have done this a million times. Maybe not a million, but a lot. Right, hands to heart. Lengthen forward. Pin the left hip back, right? Try and get yourself going straight ahead. And then release the left hand, right hand, to the floor or a block inside the front foot. Keep pressing through the back heel and try to square your hips. So the left hip lengthens back as you reach the left arm up, and then turning the palm to bring that arm up and overhead. Just like in Utthita, except now we're revolved. Bend into the front knee, keep the back leg strong. Take one more breath. Top hand comes down to the floor. Straightening the leg, turning sideways. Actually, we need to go back to the top of the mat. So all the way forward and step or jump. Okay, give your legs a quick shake. We're gonna go sideways again. So either stepping or jumping. Fingertips and jump. Okay, All right, this time, Prasarda Padottanasana. So hands on the hips, just back up here. You want your feet relatively wide apart. And we're just gonna do two versions, the A and the C. Inhale, lift your chest. Exhale, forward. Forward, hands to the floor. Crown of the head to the floor. Right, lengthening the spine. Keep lifting up through the kneecaps. Right, keep the legs active. Inhale, lift up halfway. Bring your hands to your hips. Come up the rest of the way. Woo. Just gonna bring my feet a tiny bit closer. Okay, the C variation has the hands interlaced behind your back. So interlacing the fingers, lift the chest up, inhale. Exhale, out into the fold. Same idea. Top of the head to the floor. Shoulders stretching, arms coming up and over the top. Keep the legs active. Take one more breath. Firm the legs. Inhale, lift up. Release it. Let's heel toe. Jump it together. Top of the mat. Okay. I don't know about you, but I feel that so much in my feet every time. Like it doesn't matter how many times I've done it, I just feel it so much in my feet. Okay. This one we also step into. So standing at the top of your mat, right leg stays. We're gonna step the left foot back. Looks a lot like our revolved triangle, except it's Padottanasana. So arms out wide, thumbs turned down, tuck it in. So maybe you're getting the palms to press, sure. But if they don't, right, there we go. If they don't, get as close as you can. Or, make your fists. All right. Chest wide. Right, even let the ribs puff out for a second. And then keep the chest wide and hug the ribs in. Inhale, exhale, into the fold. Breathe. Longest spine. Right, keep trying to square the hips. So that means the outer right hip draws back. Right, breathe. One more breath. Inhale, lift up. Keep the arms, step the left foot forward, step the right leg back. Right, adjust them if you need to, but try and keep them in their hidden prayer. Lift up, inhale, lift the chest. Exhale, go forward, chest wide. So you're trying to roll the bicep towards the floor, right? Undo the internal rotation that you used to get here. Breathe. Try not to clench. Maybe you can clench your glutes a little bit. All right. One more breath. Press into your back foot. Inhale, lift up. Whew. Releasing the arms. Oh my goodness. Sweep them up and overhead. They still work, I promise. Back down. Oh, step up to the top of your mat. Okay, well. I've been trying to kind of not linger for too long, so it has left us some time for everyone's favorite, Utthita Hasta, Padottanasana. We did the forward folding version, so now we're going to do the upright version, which I'm sorry, not sorry, I guess. Grab your strap. For most of us, this is a better way to go for our hamstrings. Right, so I don't know, Julie, if you're feeling flexible, you can try grabbing your big toe, but I'm pretty sure you're gonna want a strap. Or a belt, or whatever, anything that's like this. It doesn't have to be an actual yoke strap, obviously. Okay, so we do wanna have our arm and our leg straight, at least in the first couple of versions. And then it won't matter quite so much. So get close to your foot. Your left foot, we're gonna pick the left foot up first and stand on the right. So your right hand on your right hip. Let's just come on up. All right, breathe. Just straight ahead. Firm the outer right hip in. Right, lift the chest. Breathe. Turn your left toes out to the left and bring the leg out to the side. Right, reach your right arm out to the right and then consider turning your gaze over to the right and see your right thumb over there. Hello, thumb. Okay, back to center, where we try and lift the leg up. So I'm gonna let go of my strap and just pull my leg up. Lift it up however high it'll go. One more breath, keep your shoulders down. And then you're gonna just hold your leg out there, arms overhead. Good. I know, 2 more breaths. Try and take ujjayi breaths. Last one, lift it up and down. That last little bit really gets you. So that's the ABCD of Udita Hasta Padangusthasana. Just who cares, right? Who cares? Doesn't matter. You're doing it. That's the thing. And even better if you're just like, oh, this pose, and then you do it anyway, right? Good. Because, you know, the mind, the ego, it's so delicate. That's the only reason that this pose is like up, because it's challenging, we fall down and stuff. But it's good for us, right? For all those reasons. So let's do the other side, right? It's our bodies really appreciate the challenge. They do. They're used to being tested and challenged. Come on up as you're ready. So again, trying to just keep the hips square, the outer right hip down, the outer left hip firming in. And then we're going to turn the toes out to the right, your right toes. Bring your leg out to the side. Yeah. Right, consider reaching the left arm. And tick-tock, turn your gaze. Sorry, I almost fell over and I couldn't talk. All right, then we'll bring it back, gaze back, hand back. Bring the leg back. All right, I'm gonna let go of my strap to just hold on to the back of my leg and lift it up a little higher. Good. Keep breathing. All right, then we're gonna try and keep it up, right? Let go of it and just hold it out there, arms overhead. I know. Can we take 2 more breaths? Oh, it's supposed to be 5 breaths. I know, last one. Oh, lift it up. Okay, come on down. I'm like, it's fine if you just breathe fast. Shake it out. Oh my goodness, my legs. Okay, let's put the strap off to the side. Come to the top of your mat. Oh, let's take a vinyasa. Let's take a vinyasa. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, bend the knees, hands down, step or jump it back, your vinyasa, right? Your vinyasa. All right, so the right foot comes through. Warrior 1. Back heel down, 5 breaths. Coming on in. Hug the ribs in, hug the belly in. Squaring off to the top of the mat. 1 more breath. So if you can, arms stay reaching, straighten your front leg, pivot, pivot, pivot. It's moderately awkward to warrior 1 facing the back of your mat. So there is a bit of adjusting of the feet. Couple breaths here, more anyway. Maybe looking up at the thumbs. All right, we're gonna open up into warrior 2. So narrowing the stance a little bit, open the arms, facing the back of the mat. Firm the glutes. My hair is like sticking to my neck. Whew, breathe. Straighten the front leg, turn, Face the top of the mat. Warrior two facing forward, arms still up if you can. Strong legs. You know how to do warrior two. Stay with your breath. The drishti is over the middle finger of your front hand. Maybe bend a tiny bit deeper. Inhale. Exhale. Oh. Take it down. Step back. Any sort of vinyasa. Go straight to down dog. Maybe even a breath or two in the child's pose before we transition. I am getting my tea. Okay, just gonna moisturize the throat. Back to downward facing dog, if you're not already there. So this is the fun part of Ashtanga, where you jump your feet through your hands and you come to seated. I never really mastered this, so it's still kind of ridiculous, but in any case, I'm gonna do that again. Okay. Not quite the glory that I usually have, but it's okay. I'm just kidding. I really can't do that very well. Okay, so here comes the fun part though. And I know that everybody doesn't have a couple of blocks, but we're still gonna play with it just for fun. And even just with your hands on the floor, just the trying is good. So first, just seated, Dandasana, Paschimottanasana. So reaching up, inhale, folding, exhale. So just 5 breaths. Inhale, lift your chest. Exhale, lengthen. Take 4 more breaths. Right, your legs are active. Right, your feet are flexed. Right, so toes pointing up. Give a little pull of the kneecaps up. Right, take 1 more breath. Inhale, lift the chest. And exhale, release it. So now in theory, we're gonna lift our butts up off the floor and jump back into chaturanga and take a vinyasa and jump our feet back through. Okay, so, but just in case maybe that whole thing doesn't actually happen, pull your knees in. Cross one ankle over the other, pull your knees in. So just balance yourself here for a second. Right, this is good. Okay, then we're gonna put our hands on the floor, and whether you can do it or not, you're gonna try and pick your butt up off the floor. So hands down, butt up. So then in theory, let's see, you're up and your feet go back. And then you take your vinyasa, and then you jump them back through. Okay. Obviously, we're not going to quite do that exactly. Okay, Janushirasana. There's actually several versions of this pose. So let's do the classic one that we always do, which is we'll put the left leg back first and put the sole of the foot to the right leg inner thigh. And maybe I'll give you a kind of a diagonal view. And then fold, right? Reaching out over the leg. Right, that'll feel pretty good. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale the rest of the way. So now there's a thing you do with your foot where you kind of tuck it under, but there's also a version where you sit on your heel. So if your knee will let you do that, then we're gonna get right up on the heel. I know, but it's in the perineum. It's actually not as weird as it sounds. It's not as uncomfortable as it sounds. So, right, it's like that in between. So, on the perineum, and then we come forward. It's a bigger stretch. If your knee won't let you do this, do it the other way again. We usually hold it for longer. I love the stretch in my back. Right, and then the idea of the heel at the perineum is Mula Bandha, right? It helps us get that root lock, the lift from the pelvic floor, right? There's a lot of energy there, and we can use what we call a bandha or a lock at the mula, at the root. So a root lock to help us find lightness. Okay, so let's lift up out of this. So in theory, right now, you feel the perineum, you feel where your mula bandha lives. Let's try it again. Let's cross the left ankle over the right. Just to pick up, you don't have to try the rest of this stuff, but just to get your butt off the floor, right? Lift. Oh, God, it's impossible. Switch sides. So the left leg's out, the right foot's back. So same thing going the other way. Breathe here. Right, lengthen. I just really enjoy the back stretch. Okay, halfway lift. Rest of the way lift. So you may be coming right back to this. Try this side, because your two sides may be different. You can pull the heel under, let's sit on it. We're not gonna do the one where we flip the foot. It's too much, for most of us, like our knees. Okay, but these two variations are good. And then again with the forward fold. So the top of your foot is more or less on the floor, the bottom foot, and your heel is right there at the perineum, right there at the perineum. Your pelvic floor. It's a very thick band of, or bands of muscles and connective tissue. This is like our foundation, our root, our like our seat in the world. Right, our feeling of security and all of that is here in the Muladhara, but we're going to use the Mula Bandha. All right, so get off your foot. Come on up. Let's try it again. Cross the right ankle, and again, it doesn't matter. It's all in the trying. Right, press into your hands. Try and pick your butt up. 3, 2, 1. I really want to be able to go into a handstand. That's the Ashtanga ultimate expression. Okay. So, but just for the record, I've never been able to do that, so it's okay. Purvottanasana. So we're going to do this a couple of times, intermixed with Navasana. In Ashtanga, really you do Navasana 5 times, but I think we'll just do it 3 times in between the Purvottanasana. So Purvottanasana is inverted plank. It's also a bit of a back bend. It certainly feels like a big back bend stretch in your shoulders. We're going to try and get our legs straight ultimately, but feel free to start with a little bend in the knees. So when you put, when you put your hands behind you, your fingers point forward towards your hips. Puff your chest. I'm going to scooch my feet away a little bit. So ultimately, we're going to push our big toes down onto the floor. Ready? Here we go. Inhale, lift. Press the big toes down, lift your hips up, lengthen through the back of your head. You're going to feel the back of your body. Yes. One more breath. Come down. Oh. Reach forward. Float the feet, maybe straightening the legs. Breathe here, hugging the ribs in. So classically, you do these with pickups in between, but we're going to do Purvottanasana in between. All right, come down. Maybe your feet a little further away. If you want to go for straight legs, I usually need to make a little bit of an adjustment once I get up. So feel free to start off with your best guess, and then we'll just move the feet as we need to. So fingers pointing forward, shoulders back and down, lift your chest. Ready? Come on up. Try and press the big toes down into the floor. Right? Lift the hips, lift your chest, breathe. Keep trying to press the big toe mounds down. Good, come down. Oh, you feel the back of your body. Okay, Navasana. Oh, reach. Okay, let's do the balancing on your butt version, where you lift the legs up. And the name is totally escaping me right now, but there's a urdhva in there somewhere. Oh, darn it for not remembering. Okay, release the feet. Oh. One more time. Purvottanasana. Okay. I feel like I have to like mentally prepare. Shoulders back and down. Hands out front. All right, this is a big stretch. Legs straight on this one if you can. It's a tall order, and a taller order to get the big toes down onto the floor. So don't feel bad if that's not happening. I couldn't do it for a really long time. All right, here we go. Ready, come on up. Press the big toes down, lift the hips. Your butt is squeezing, fine. Press the big toes down. Lift your chest. Lengthen through the back of your neck. Take one more breath. Bring it down. Oh my goodness. We got to do one more Navasana, just for good measure. The backs of my legs. Oh, okay. Whew. Hug the ribs in. Breathe. 3, 2. Come on down. Oh, okay. I'm going to turn this way. Let's bring the legs out. Upavishta. Oh my goodness. Okay. Feet wide, whatever wide means for you, right? So you can decide how far apart you want them to go. And then walk it out, walk it out, walk it out. So in theory, or we're hooking our toes. Couple more breaths. All right. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, pull your feet in. Lift up. It's funny to me that this is an Ashtanga because Ashtanga is kind of hardcore, but this feels very playful. Even though it does require some core work, but anyway. So Upavishta flat is the A variation, and this is the B variation. Heels out, chest up. Right, so like you're doing it on the floor, except you're sitting on your butt. Right, like up. Right, so B, Upavishta Konasana B. And then we're gonna roll onto our backs for Urdhva Konasana. I'm pretty sure that's what it's called. Okay, and then we're gonna try and come back to this. So we're gonna roll back and tap our toes and then try and sit back up. It'll go however it goes. Here we go, roll back. Tap. Oh, whoa, too much. In theory, to balancing, right? Let's try it again. Roll back. Wow. Okay, roll back. I was like, too much last time and then not enough. All right, fantastic. One more for good measure. Roll back. And up. Oh, too much again. Oh, there we go. Somewhere there's the middle ground. And then in theory, really straight legs to come back down. Okay. Release it. Bring them in. Oh my goodness. Okay. So a moment here. Now, in the Ashtanga practice, at the end is where, you know, there's like big back bends and inversions and stuff like that. So we're not going to go super crazy right now because we're, you know, going to run out of time. But I do want to give you some upside down time. So that may mean legs up the wall or, you know, something like that. Or if you're feeling up for an inversion and you can do headstand. Headstand is towards the end in the finishing sequence of the Ashtanga practice. So if you can do it, let's do that. But if you're like, oh, that's bad for my neck, which I think, Julie, maybe you can't do that. So do whatever makes sense for you, right? Any sort of inversion is fine. If you're doing handstand or something, headstand, try to do the play with the legs, like bring one leg down, other one up, maybe both. If you're in handstand, you're probably not both. But right, if you're doing the L-shape up, if you have a wall, you can just pick one leg up and put it down, but like doing that little bit of play with the legs. And really, it just helps to build your core strength, right? Just as you move your legs around. So I'm gonna do headstand. And we'll give ourselves just a couple of minutes to play with this, and then we'll cool it down a bit. Okay, so top of the head. Well, you're not probably not doing headstand, but maybe somebody's watching this later. Very top of the head onto the floor. Elbows in shoulder distance. Come up, and then it's just a little bit of a lean and a lot of back strength. And then you're up, and you just hang out. Breathe. Whatever inversion you're doing, make sure you're not holding your breath. Just a little bit longer. Start to wrap up your upside down time. Whew. All right. If you're feeling up for one more back bend, Purvottanasana is a bit of a back bend, but if you have some energy to do one more, in theory it's Urdhva Dhanurasana, but let's try bridge pose, and then if that goes okay, we'll come into Urdhva. But otherwise, we'll just do a couple rounds of bridge, and then we'll really cool it down and do a little bit of more easy, low-key stretching. Okay. So last kind of big push here for the back bend. Onto your backs. All right. Feel free to do a more low-key version of this by sliding a block or a prop under your hips. That's totally fine. If you're feeling okay to come up into bridge, let's go ahead and lift the hips, interlace the fingers, tuck the arms under. I'm just appreciating that stretch. Oh my goodness. Lengthen through the tailbone. Puff your chest. Pressing the big toe mounds down. One more breath. And gently bring it down. So we'll come up one more time. Just in the interest of time, we'll come up one more time. So you can decide if you want to come up into bridge pose or if you want to do one round of Urdhva Dhanurasana. So either way is fine with me, but let's come on up. Right, whichever suits you. I'm going to try Urdhva, even though it feels a little bit crazy. So just even out the back of it. Right, try and even out the work in the spine. When you need to come down, you'll come down. Anytime, right? You've been up there for long enough, I think. And then let's just hug the knees in. Oh, right? Give them a squeeze. Oh. Maybe rock a little bit side to side. All right. We'll come up to seated for just a few more minutes, do the last couple of things before we head into Shavasana. So, as you're ready, either roll into your side to come up or roll forward and back. Oh. It's such a journey. Okay, so we need a twist. And in the Ashtanga practice, we do Marichyasana. We actually, in theory, do all 4 variations, but we don't really have time for that. So we're just going to do the C variation of the twist. So let's pull the left foot in. So the heel is lined up with your sit bone, and it's just, nice and close. And then we'll bring the right arm around in front and the left hand behind. Just begin the twist. Inhale, lift your chest. Exhale, find the rotation. And then decide if you want to come in a little deeper. Then we'll reach the right arm up as you inhale and tuck the elbow outside the leg as you exhale. And then the leg pushes into the arm pushes into the leg to help you find that rotation in the ribs, right, all along the length of the spine where your ribs attach. So that's what we're trying to rotate. Take one more breath here. Sit up nice and tall. And gently unravel. Bring it around. Okay. Switching sides. All right. Well, we got a good assortment of things in the Ashtanga practice, I think. Sitting up tall. Bring the left arm around the front, the right hand behind. Shirt. Inhale, lift your chest. Exhale, again, rotating the ribs, right? Trying to get the rib part of your spine to rotate. If you did it on the first side, try it on this side, reaching the left arm up as you inhale. And exhale, the elbow outside the knee. Sitting up, inhale. Opening the chest as you exhale. Breathe. Long spine, always lengthening, right? Always lengthening. Bringing the gaze around, inhale. Unravel, exhale. Okay, soles of the feet together. Baddha Konasana. Sit up tall, shoulders down. Lift the chest, inhale, firming the glutes. Right? A couple of breaths up here in the A. So Baddha Konasana, the A variation is upright. The B variation is the forward fold. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale to root down and maybe open the knees a little wider. Inhale, get tall. And this time as you exhale, start to go forward. However much, any amount. Right, pressing down on your thighs with your elbows maybe. Go forward. Try not to clench. One more breath. Inhale, slowly bring it all the way back up. Gather the knees, draw them in. Oh my goodness. Okay, take a moment here, let the outer hips soften. Okay. So much good stuff. Okay, we're gonna lie down, and this isn't really technically Ashtanga, but we're gonna lie down and do a lying down hip stretch. Because I realize Baddha Konasana can be a bit intense. And I want you to feel some softening before we head into Shavasana. So on that note, cross the left ankle above the right knee. Yeah, actually, whichever leg, it really doesn't matter. Reach down, grab on. And let's take a few breaths in the hip stretch. We don't have a ton of time, but we certainly have enough where we can just relax here for a moment or two. Technically in Ashtanga, you do Padmasana, which is, the crossed legs, but with the feet on top of the thighs, both feet. And then you lift up and you hold, and it's like, core work basically. And then you release that and you come down and you do Shavasana. But I thought, maybe we'll do something a little more low-key. And also doable, right? Padmasana is difficult for a lot of people. All right, let's gently switch sides. Nice. And hopefully you are doing this in a way that feels good in your body, that feels soft and easy. Right, drawing the legs in however much, any amount. Allowing the hips to soften and release. There is a significant amount of core work in the Ashtanga practice. And what it adds, all that core work, just adds really a feeling of lightness. And this is where all like the floating comes in. Float here, float there. It's from Ashtanga and just all that core work. Core. Not just your abs, but your back too. It's amazing. All right, last couple of breaths in this beautiful stretch. So nice. All right, gently release it. If you want to do a happy baby or a lying down twist or any other stretchy things before Shavasana, now would be the time because Shavasana is next. So when you're ready, extending the legs, feel free to add a prop or props. Put your legs up, whatever feels good in your body, go ahead and do that, assuming, anyway, that you can relax, right? That's the idea. You can really soften. So melting the shoulder blades away from your neck, palms open. Take a few breaths here, just allowing the body to soften. And then letting go of any sort of agenda or any kind of to-do while you're in Shavasana, just be. Right, that's it. No efforting of this, just be in Shavasana. I'll say just a couple of minutes. Just a couple minutes to rest. To really not do anything else. Right. Shavasana.
slowly begin to deepen your breath. And as you bring your awareness gently back into your bodies, you can wiggle your fingers and your toes. And if it seems like a good idea to stretch, then I say go for it. Take the stretch, reach the arms, stretch the legs. And then when you're ready, hugging the knees into the chest, squeeze and rock if you like. And over onto your right side. And pillow your head with your arm for a breath or two, just softening here. And press the floor away and come up to seated. And as you come to sit, let's just pause here for a moment and notice how you feel, appreciate the effects of your practice. Right, just notice. Notice what's different. And then bringing the hands to press at your heart. Snuggle the thumbs to the sternum. Inhale, lift the heart to the hands. Exhale, gently bowing in gratitude for this beautiful practice. All the goodness it brings. Body, mind, spirit. And anything else or everything else or whatever else you're grateful for. Just pausing in gratitude. Thank you so much for practice today, ladies. I hope you have a wonderful Tuesday. Namaste. Namaste. All right. Thank you so much. Lovely people.
Thank you. I'll see you around 2 then.
Okay, yes, perfect. Thanks, Abba. Hi, Julie.
Good to see your face.
Yeah, right? I know, people. How's it going, Julie?
She's muted.
You're muted, yeah.
Muted.
Mute.
I thought my teacher would unmute me.
I unmuted.
I was running late, so I figured I would just leave it alone. But I'm okay. That was a good practice. Thank you.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Fantastic.
Yeah, I got a little sweaty.
I got a
I
lot.
was able to buy blocks like, I don't know, a month or so ago. I'd heard enough in classes. Oh, if you have blocks. And finally I was just like, get some blocks.
I tried and they were sold out by the time I got to it. So
Oh, yeah.
You know, I had a thought, if Christine, if you don't have matching blocks to sell her and you want to buy 2, maybe sell her some of the good ones, just clean them up and give her a deal on them. And that way she'll have a pair.
that's fine with me too.
Yeah, whatever works. Because I have, there's tons of blocks in here, and I do have a couple of wipes left. This is like sacred.
Yeah.
I can bring my own Clorox. I actually have Clorox wipes.
There you go.
Do you? I have a couple at home too. I cannot get these.
No.
I keep trying, and I emailed the manufacturer.
No, you can't get them anywhere. I tried to get just Mrs. Meyer's lemon cleaner at Target, sold out. I'm like, okay.
I do have hand sanitizer, like spray.
Yeah.
Hand sanitizer. So that, I think it will be super useful. I've got a case of it. Like, at least I'll have that, if nothing else.
Yeah. Well,
So I'll let you see, Abba. I don't mind. Whatever you want to do is fine.
okay. Awesome. Thank you. I'll see you. It was good to see you, Julie.
Yeah, good.
Nice to see you.
Nice small
Thank you,
practice. I
girl.
liked it. Thank you.
Right, I know.
See you guys. Bye.
All right,
good
bye
day.
guys. I'll see you. Have a good
Bye.
one.
Okay, yeah, I'll see you this
You
afternoon.
too.
Okay. Bye.